Welcome to this highly questionable thing that we do around my father over here, Papi. Mina Kimes in with us today. What do you like, Mina?
Not one, but two LeBron questions. We found a way.
My father's so tired of these. Dale, Papi.
Will you be surprised if Gronk isn't on the Patriots in week 1?
This is an interesting story, and it continues to be an interesting story because Gronk has been something of a fountain of youth for Tom Brady, but he's injured, and this is the one team in the league, even though Gronk is the best tight end any of us have ever seen, it's the one team in the league that it wouldn't surprise you at all if they got rid of him. Any other team, maybe throughout the sport's history, would not get rid of this guy under any circumstance. They would burn up his body and they would get all the production. But the Patriots are exactly the team throughout history who would get rid of him early because they were done with it.
So Dan's right. Bill Belichick is the most ruthless person in the NFL. Like, if you cut him open instead of a heart, you'd find a playbook and probably some Jets practice tape. He would cut Gronk in a second. But I don't think he will for a couple of reasons. One, with Amendola gone and Edelman out, they actually need Gronk to compete this year, and they want to compete. And even if they were inclined to trade him because of his age, because of the wear and tear, because of the retirement threats, I don't think they would get a haul for him. As a result, I expect him to be a Patriot this year. Next year, not so sure.
Gronk, he should go. He needs to play with a real quarterback, like Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh,
That's
really?
right.
That would sting.
My
that
father
would sting.
sang that Garoppolo name, so you will have maximum shame, Brady.
Will trading for Manny Machado make the Yankees the World Series favorites?
I believe that this Seattle person over here wants badly to believe in the Mariners, but their run differential is not good enough. The three teams in that sport that are the kind of great that will make them favorites are not the Mariners. It is the Astros, it is the Red Sox, it is the Yankees. Any of those teams adds is just to get better, a little bit better than the other teams. So there's going to be a lot of movement here. But early on, the Yankees with Manny Machado, yes, that would be totally overwhelming.
Did you really just answer a question about Manny Machado and the Yankees by taking a shot at my Mariners?
That's right.
Totally relevant. Would it make them the best team? No, unless Manny Machado can throw a mean curveball, and we don't know about it. It would give them the best lineup, but as any Yankees fan with a Sonny Gray voodoo doll in his closet will tell you, this starting rotation has a lot of holes. And while the Yankees have assets and the will to trade them, there aren't a lot of starting caliber pitchers on the market right now. So they'll go for Manny Machado because they're the Yankees and that's what they do, but they won't be the best team in baseball. That's the Astros.
What kind of sad existence are you leading if somewhere in your home, your small apartment there in New York, there is a Sonny Gray voodoo doll? Like, that is not a person we want watching the show or in our lives.
Yeah, totally not something I would do.
I think that the Yankees are just getting tired of the whiffer. I think that they're ready to blow him.
Right.
I think that Giancarlo is going to the Orioles and Manny's going to the Yankees. You know, it's going to be a 1-for-1 swap. You watch, man. That's what my sources say.
Again with his sources. He has no sources. He talks only to my mother. I'm serious. You guys think I'm kidding. Anytime my father's phone rings and it's anyone other than our mother, we're all stunned. Like, what? Who's calling him? Who could possibly call him?
Well, she thinks that this thing is going to happen. You know, she's a baseball guru.
She's
Yeah,
the source from Machado. Okay, very good.
This whole time you thought it was Papi,
Yeah,
but the
you
person who
thought-
hates LeBron
Yeah.
and Giancarlo Stanton is actually Dan's mom.
Yeah, and Peyton Manning and Derrick Rose.
Do you believe that LeBron strongly considered the 76ers?
I was making fun of Brian Windhorst on the radio today, and he agreed that it was sad that we now have to do this degree of dicing on LeBron James. Did he strongly consider the Sixers, or did he just consider the Sixers? And Windhorst said he just considered them, and he ran away from strongly considered. I know that the 76ers made sense to all of us because they are young, and he would have had to have had the thought, hey, it might be interesting to play for them. And then he sat down with Magic Johnson, and that thought evaporated from his skull.
Yeah, the Sixers are like the guy who asks a girl out and she says, sure, let's get lunch. She was never into you, and LeBron was never into the Sixers because based on everything I've read and heard, it's always been Los Angeles for him, which is a shame because I actually think the Sixers probably would have been a better fit and they're more of a credible threat to the Warriors in their current iteration, which is why I hope that Kawhi strongly, not just merely, strongly considers the Sixers because that would be a dangerous squad.
My favorite part about this story, though, is who it is that is saying that LeBron strongly considered the Sixers. The Sixers! They're the ones that are saying that. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to be like, what about LeBron? I mean, we just met with us. He probably wasn't serious about it. No, they want you to think that he was strongly considering the Sixers. Hell no, he the ones that strongly considering the Sixers. I don't care how good an idea it was. It was Magic Johnson over here. It was Joel Embiid over there. The big man ain't that funny.
Where have you been, my son? Oh. How worried should the Hawks be about Trae Young?
If we were to do an evolutionary chart here, the greatest thing that's happened in basketball is that at the end of it now, someone who looks and plays like Steph Curry would be the greatest evolution of this sport. So guys are going to come after that, like Trae Young, and they're going to look the part in college, but we have to do the assessments differently now. We don't know how this guy's going to transition. So when he starts 2 for 21 from 3, when he's missed 38 of 48 shots, it causes alarms because we don't know exactly what we're watching. We didn't think Steph Curry was going to be Steph Curry. How are we supposed to know if Trae Young is?
Well, now we know why he dressed that way on draft night, because he tends to come up short. Should they be worried about Trae Young? Normally, I would say, relax. It's Summer League. No need to, invoke the name of Anthony Bennett yet. Everybody chill out. But Dan's right. There is some cause for concern because of Trae Young's diminutive size. If he can't threaten from distance, he's not really a threat at all. And there's going to be greater scrutiny on him and the Hawks because they traded Luka Doncic, regarded by many to be a sure thing for him, basically betting the farm on this kid. This scrutiny, it's not going away if he struggles at the beginning of the season.
The reason it's alarming also is he looks physically overmatched. He looks like he can't get the ball over half court, and the way his shots are missing, the optics of it, when you have all these videos of these shots that don't look any kind of right. This is not what Steph Curry looked like at the beginning.
He doesn't remind me of a Steph Curry at all. You know who reminds me of?
Who?
Melo.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Melo.
Shoots and
Play
misses.
them on
Shoots and
time,
misses. Shoots and
guys.
misses.
There it
Shoots
is.
and misses.
That's
Shoots
right.
and misses.
That's right.
What the hell's going on here? Should Kobe come out of retirement to play with LeBron?
Yeah, Matt Barnes got a lot of time for interviews these days because he's retired and stuff. And so TMZ ran up on him, and he said that Kobe Bryant should come out of retirement to play with LeBron James with the Lakers. And I'm trying to figure out why anybody thinks that Kobe should do that. Like, it might be fun for us to watch for a little bit. Kobe hobbling around, trying to show everybody that he could be better than LeBron James because he's going to try to do it if that's what the play is. But how is this a winner for anybody? Magic Johnson would have to come down in the middle of the game and say, this stops. This stops now.
Well, I don't think it would be a winner for anybody in terms of actual winning, but you'd enjoy watching that for even a little bit, wouldn't you? Just for a second, the idea of Kobe Bryant playing with LeBron James and luring Kobe out of retirement so they could both be co-superhero Lakers. We'd watch it at least for the story, I think.
Imagine this, though. We talk so much about what LeBron does for his teammates. If LeBron could turn this Kobe Bryant into a 20-point-a-game scorer, shooting about 38 to 40% from 3, he could retire right there because Michael Jordan sure as hell couldn't do that.
Are we sure Kobe is even ready to play again?
Always.
What are you doing? What is that? That's sacrilege!
Look,
oh, good Lord.
Yes, good.
I understand what you're going for here, but you have to get this. Kobe Bryant is always ready to play a game of one-on-one. Kobe Bryant got some shorts on right now under whatever pants he's wearing, and they will rip away. Like, he and Michael Jordan could show up somewhere at a board meeting and look at each other, and the next thing you knew, bow, they're going to rip the things off. It's going to be like the Spider-Man meme.
If I was Poppy right now, I would, but
No,
I'm
not gonna do that.
not going to do that. Yeah.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
Richie.
Come on, come on.
He's sort of running. Oh, don't do that.
Oh,
don't do that.
Yes, that's not celebrating.
No, don't do that.
Unwise.
No.
Trying to get in,
No.
but then he couldn't get in, so he just hung on for the ride.
My Son's TV show is brought to you by Gatorade, Thirst Quencher, the proven sports fuel. Thinks every day is Cow Appreciation Day. Do you question?
You give us topics and events, we question.
They're delicious.
Do you question if this kid should have gone up with his left hand?
A lot of players in the league do incredibly kind things. They have these basketball camps that we only cover when they've done mean and cruel things to children or children have embarrassed them. It's a very weird way we cover summer camp basketball, but let's do that now at the embarrassment of some small child, I'm sure.
All
So the
right.
question again is, should this kid have gone up with his left hand? And that's funny, you see, because he went up with his right hand, and if he had just contorted his body slightly, he would have been dunking on Jason Tatum.
I love that that was the question and not, should Jason Tatum have been nicer to a small child? Nope, not on this show.
No, go up
Should
with
the
your
kid-
left hand, little blonde boy who just got swiped into the seats.
What is wrong with us?
Well, that's usually how it goes when little kids they go against NBA players.
Oh, do we have a montage of little kid shame?
I bet we do.
Right here.
Okay.
That's good.
That's,
He did that
just
well.
mean.
Yeah.
That's just mean.
It is mean. Oh, we got him. Okay. There it is. Who's that? Whiteside? Okay. This is wonderful.
This must feel so great to be 7 feet tall and just ruthlessly do that to children.
Those are all goaltenders. All of those.
What is that?
Here's Thomas drives again, swatted away.
Oh, that's funny. That's a funny joke. That's a funny joke. You see Isaiah Thomas? That's right. That's funny. You could have, come on, you could have imagined LeBron playing the game with Isaiah in one of those baby carriers right here. You could have.
This entire segment was created just for
That's
that.
right. To get to that
Just
joke.
for that.
That's
Just
right.
for
To the
that,
Isaiah
man.
Thomas joke.
Do you question where these kids' parents are?
Kids and siblings do dumb things all the time. They fight. What kind of trouble did this brother and sister get into?
Oh, no. No!
Yes. There it is. And he is celebrating it. Yes, like a real boy who just knocked the Apple facsimile off of his. The whole thing's kind of amazing, right? He should be celebrating it. That the parents are clearly Earl Woods from the beyond, because that was amazing what that kid did.
Well, maybe that kid will grow up to be a knife thrower.
Cue the knife throwing video, kids. There it is.
I don't like this.
That's right. This is what happens when siblings get older and they're dumb.
Oh,
Yeah,
God!
it's very
Yes.
dangerous. What are you guys scared of? This is clearly just an amazing knife throwing incident.
No!
Yes, that's magic.
I don't like that.
Do you question if Gordon Hayward should be more excited?
Oh, this is funny here because my father just saw the name Gordon Hayward off microphone and he said to himself, sort of whispered it under his voice, is he back in business? Is Gordon Hayward back in business? He's got 2 kids and a third is on the way. He's in business.
Oh, no.
Oh, Daddy's lonely with all the girls. Daddy wanted a boy. Oh, I'm
Gordon, did you see that video? The kid hitting the golf ball? You don't want a boy.
Do you know what his message is, don't you?
No.
Oh, he's going to be looking for that boy again. I watch him. In about 9 months from now, there's going to be another one.
Okay, very good.
And then another one.
There you
and then
go.
Another
He's
one,
going to
and
keep
then another
going.
one.
He's going to keep going
He's
until
gonna-
he's Philip Rivers.
Keep trying. Like
Keep trying.
Like Mello.
Like Melo.
Sorry.
Do you question if Richie should be commended for this effort?
All right, the producers of this show string together a whole lot of flimsy things, and so they've just told us we go out to Fort Lauderdale now, and some guy named Richie.
You know, Richie.
Come on, come on.
And he's sort of running and...
Oh! Ow, Richie!
Oh!
Oh, that has happened to me every Friday in Fort Lauderdale when I get into the Las Olas drinks. Right there.
Oh, that's like the worst run-up I've ever seen.
No, it is not the worst run-up you've ever seen. Funny you should say that, Mina, because we've got a worse one right here. Thank you, guys. I knew we'd be on the same page on this one. And here it is. This is 24-year-old Dan Levitard. There it is.
Yeah. 20. It's the 20th time I've seen that video.
Give the guy the benefit of the doubt. That garbage can was a little bit flimsy, though. He couldn't get his foot in there. You know, he
20th
couldn't-
time he's made
That's
that
right.
joke.
Give the guy the benefit of the doubt now. You know what I mean? Do you question if this accomplishment should be celebrated?
All right, we go out to a Subway in New York. Last time we checked in, I believe it was to make fun of Phil Jackson sleeping on one of those. I don't think we've been back to the Subway system since, but let's check in now with what happened here recently in the sub.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh,
don't do that.
Yes, that's not celebrating.
No, don't do that.
otherwise.
No.
I'm trying to get in,
No.
but then he couldn't get in, so he just hung on for the ride.
Don't do that.
He's not even trying to open the doors. He's just, that's it. This is how he's going to make this ride. Maybe with his head at the end of it, maybe not.
Look at the woman on the right. Total apathy.
Yes, that's right. New York City, baby. What
not
happened?
gonna work.
That's normal.
You know, if I'm that guy, what I would do?
What's that, Bob?
I go right to the booth, you know, where you pay to get in, the token booth, and demand a refund.
A refund.
That's right, a
That's
refund.
right.
You know, that's what I would do. You know, I
That's
had to
right.
go through hell to ride that subway. You know what I mean? I couldn't get inside. I want my money back. That's what I would do.
Yes, all $2.25.
And you may or may not have your head when you're doing it. It might be a body without a head.
Time to play the game that has a heart of gold. See?
Wow, screwed up her timing by patting his heart of gold. You tell us what to watch on television tonight. We tell you if we're intrigued.
You did that on purpose.
On Fox Sports San Diego, Dodgers and Padres.
Oh, let's check in with a college football coach who has a little bit of intensity checking out a baseball game.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yes! Yes!
There it is. This is going to be
The glove!
Yes, of course. There it is.
Oh,
Of course he comes with a
that's
glove.
right.
That's right. The surprise is not that he comes with a glove. The surprise is that he's not wearing two gloves as he moves up a seat to see if he can catch a foul ball. Of course, that's how Jim Harbaugh watches baseball. How can I be involved? How can I win? Mina, are you intrigued?
Yes, you know, I said yesterday I love Jay Cutler because he doesn't care. I love Jim Harbaugh because he cares too much about everything. He is the best.
Poppy, are you intrigued?
I knew that was Harbaugh. You know how I know it was Harbaugh?
How?
Because of his pants. He was wearing khaki pants.
right.
He never changes, boy. See, I'm very intrigued.
Poppy made the cocky reference and then went the reverse on the CC. He never does it that way.
On Viceland, King of the Road.
Are you a fan of scavenger hunts? Do you like scavenger hunts? How about skateboards? Okay, it looks like we're heading toward a no over here. Let's see what we got if we combine the two things. Mina, are you intrigued?
He peed into his own mouth.
I think that's what happened. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Well, listen, what will you pee into your own mouth? You know, the right way to do it is you go in and you pee on a cup and then you drink it. That's the proper way to do it. You know what I mean? You don't waste any protein when you do it that way. You know, everything goes right down to your mouth.
Protein.
What is wrong with this show?
Yeah, I mean, what is wrong with my lineage?
Tomorrow on Fox, the World Cup semifinal, England and Croatia.
Oh, England is a lovable underdog. The young lads are not supposed to be here. The English are possibly going to advance to the final. What do we have here in terms of celebration from their last game? Yes, of course, that's exactly what you thought that would look like, right? Oh, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. And that is how the English always end
Yes. Oh.
the World Cup in some form as a metaphor. That's how it usually ends. Mina, are you intrigued?
Oh, yes. I love soccer because, you know, the fans, they're so snobby. It's a beautiful game. And then you see something like that and you realize they are just as stupid as us.
Yes, you are. And drink more beer. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. But let me say something to the English team. You know, the Queen is old. I'm also old, you know. So 4 years from now, you know, you don't know what is going to happen, so you got to win now. That's the name of the game. You got to win now. You know?
That was dark.
I mean, what just happened?
I thought he was going to suggest, you know, the Queen give him a call. You know?
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
That was a fun one. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. My father pointing at you with menace.
You know what I love about that Queen?
What?
The hats that she wears.
Yeah.
That's it, the hats that she wears.
Definitely when she's only wearing that.
That sound he just made.
It
Did
did.
you hear
It was
that?
creepy. Totally creepy. Gross.
It was like...